Level 1. The number. You're 24 years old. It's 2:17 a.m. You're sitting in a rented apartment in San Francisco. IKEA desk, cold coffee, a laptop screen glowing in the dark. And then you refresh the dashboard. $1 million. You stare at it. You don't scream. You don't call anyone. You just sit there. Because it doesn't feel real yet. It feels like a glitch. You close the laptop. You try to sleep. You can't. That number keeps floating behind your eyes. 7 digits. You did it before 25. But here's what nobody tells you about that moment. It's not joy. It's not relief. It's something colder. Something that whispers, now what? Level 2. The shift. The next morning, nothing looks different. Same apartment, same coffee maker, same city outside the window. But you are different. You open your phone, 8 missed calls from your co-founder, 3 from your lawyer, 1 from a number you don't recognize. You answer the lawyer first. He talks about structures, holdings, tax exposure, offshore accounts in the Cayman Islands. You're 24, you barely understand half of what he's saying, but you nod, you take notes, because this is the first lesson of real money. Wealth isn't a number, it's a system, and if you don't build the system fast enough, the number disappears. You hire a CFO that week, older guy, ex-Goldman, sharp eyes, quiet voice. He looks at your financials and says 3 words, "You've been sloppy." He's right. You were so focused on making the money, you forgot to protect it. That's the trap most people fall into. You almost did. Level 3. The lifestyle. By the time you turn 25, the apartment is gone. You're in a penthouse now, 42nd floor, floor-to-ceiling glass, downtown Manhattan below you like a circuit board lit up at night. It cost $18,000 a month. You signed the lease without blinking. That scared you, that you didn't blink. 6 months ago, that number would have made your hands shake. Now, it's a rounding error. The clothes change, the car changes, a black Porsche Taycan in the garage downstairs. You drive it twice a week. People start treating you differently. Restaurants you couldn't get into before suddenly have tables for you. People laugh harder at your jokes. Girls who ignored you in college send you DMs now. Old friends start calling more, but something's off. The conversations feel shorter, more transactional, like they're waiting for something from you. And here's the truth nobody posts about. The loneliness hits harder than you expected. Not the kind where you're alone in a room, the kind where you're in a room full of people and you realize none of them actually know you anymore. Level 4. The real game. You think the first million was the hard part. It wasn't. The hard part is what comes after, because once you have money, real money, everyone wants a piece of it. A deal lands in your inbox, a startup, pre-revenue, but the pitch is clean, the founder is hungry, reminds you of yourself. You write a $500,000 check, just like that. No loan application, no waiting, no asking anyone. You write a check that would have taken your parents a decade to save, and you feel it, that hit of power. But then comes another deal, and another. You start moving in different circles, private dinners in Tribeca, smoke-filled rooms in Dubai, WhatsApp groups where the entry point is a $2 million minimum. And you realize, this world has levels too. You're still near the bottom. The people at the top of these rooms have yachts parked off Monaco. They have politicians on speed dial. They move money through countries like chess pieces. And they're looking at you the way you used to look at people with their first million. Like you're cute, like you're new, like you don't understand the rules yet. Level 5. The pressure. Your company is growing fast, too fast. Revenue is up, headcount is up. You have 200 employees now. 200 people whose rent depends on you. 200 people whose kids eat because your decisions are right. That weight sits on your chest every morning. You wake up at 5 a.m., not because you want to, because your brain won't let you sleep past it. Your phone has 340 unread emails. Your co-founder wants to push a product update. Your CFO says it's too risky. Your head of engineering says the team is burning out. Everyone wants an answer from you right now. You're 25 years old. You eat a protein bar over your sink, cold water on your face, suit on. You walk into the boardroom like everything is fine, because that's the job now, looking calm when you're not. The investors watch you across the table, expensive watches, tired eyes. They've seen dozens of founders melt down. They're waiting to see if you will too. You don't. But later, alone in the elevator going back up to your floor, you press the stop button between floors, and you just breathe. For 90 seconds, you allow yourself to not be okay. Then the doors open, and you're the CEO again. Level 6, the offer. It arrives on a Tuesday, a term sheet, $800 million acquisition offer. One of the biggest tech companies on the planet wants to buy you out. Your lawyer slides it across the table, thick paper, clean numbers, a life-changing, generational, never-work-again number. Your co-founder wants to take it. Your CFO wants to take it. Even your parents, who you finally told about the company, are quietly, gently saying, "Take it." But something in you says no, not yet. Because you've seen what happens to founders who sell too early. They wake up 3 years later in a house that's too big, with time they don't know how to fill, and a hunger they can't name. You turn it down. The room goes quiet. Your co-founder looks at you like you've lost your mind. Maybe you have. But you've tasted what it feels like to build something real, and no number is worth losing that. Not yet. Level 8. The machine. You rebuild. That's what you do. The lawsuit settles. The press cycle moves on. The company closes a new funding round. $200 million, Series C. Valuation $1.4 billion. You are officially a billionaire. Not on paper, not almost, for real. You sit in your office the night it's announced. No party, no champagne. Just you and that same laptop, and a number on a screen that has more commas than you ever imagined. And here's the twist. You feel nothing. Not emptiness, not sadness, not joy, just clarity. Because somewhere between level 1 and level 8, you stopped chasing the number. You started chasing the problem, the real problem, the one your company was built to solve. And you realize that's the only thing that kept you sane. Not the money, not the penthouse, not the Porsche, the problem. Level 9, the cost. Let's talk about what you lost. Your college best friend. You haven't spoken in 8 months. It got weird when the money got big. You don't know who pulled away first. Your last relationship. She said you were always somewhere else, even when you were in the room. She wasn't wrong. Your health. You ignored it for 2 years. Your doctor uses the word stress-induced. You're 25. Your anonymity. You can't walk through an airport without someone recognizing you now. Can't eat at a restaurant without a photo ending up somewhere. And your sense of time. The days move faster now. Weeks blur together. You can't remember the last Sunday you did absolutely nothing. The machine needs feeding every day. And you are the machine. Level 10. The cycle. Here's the final truth. The one they never put in the Forbes profile. You are not free. You thought money was freedom, and it is, from certain things. You'll never worry about rent, you'll never check a price tag, you'll never say no to a doctor's visit because of the bill. But you traded one cage for another. The cage of expectation, of responsibility, of being the person everyone needs to be okay. And every morning you wake up, 5 a.m., brain already running, and you make a choice. you choose to go back in. Not because you have to, because you want to. Because somewhere in all of this, the pressure, the paranoia, the loneliness, the lawsuits, the board meetings, the 2 a.m. decisions, you found something most people never find. A reason. And that's what separates the ones who make it from the ones who collapse. Not talent, not timing, not even money. A reason that's bigger than the number. You close the laptop, you pour the cold coffee down the sink, you go to sleep at 11 p.m. And tomorrow, you do it all again. Because this is the life you chose. And you'd choose it again. Every single time.